Okay guys, welcome back to more Ace Attorney. So a quick note that I do have the fan on again today, so if you hear any whirring in the background or if my voice isn't coming through as good on the mic, it's probably because I've got the fan on, but there is no way, given that it is 30, I think right now it's 30 degrees Celsius here in the UK. There is no way I am streaming today without my fan on. So, yeah. Right, let me... Perfect. Okay. So my goal today is I really want to finish this case if possible, and because surely we've got to be near the end of it, because usually the first case where there's a proper investigation section, the trial isn't as long. So yeah, I don't think we've got too much longer to go on this case, because the third case in the game is probably one of my favourite cases in this game, and it features the return of an old friend of Phoenix Wright's and a much missed character. So I'm looking forward to seeing how far I can progress, and yeah, okay, so oh wait, I just realised I never promoted to Twitter. Let me change that really quickly. There we go. There we go. Right, promotion is all done, and now I am ready to get back into the game. You must be quite the con man if you can fool a magician with a simple trick. But if you think you can con a lawyer, you're very much mistaken. Hey kid, would it kill you to enunciate in front of the camera? You know, like a newscaster. I'd like you to take a look at Miss Wright's signature here on this note. Now let's compare that signature to the one here on the contract. Hi Ibrahim, welcome in. Well, would you look at that? They're exactly the same. That's right, Your Honor. Not just similar, but exactly the same. Nobody can sign their name in exactly the same way twice, unless it's a copy. These signatures are proof positive that you conned Miss Wright, and they definitively prove your malicious intent. Say, not bad, lawyer guy. Didn't know you had it in ya. This is really getting interesting now. It'll get great ratings for sure. Don't try to dodge the issue, Mr. Rettins. The fact is you bear ill will towards my client. So the show footage was definitely edited with malicious intentions, isn't that right?
Objection.
What a forced argument, defense. All you have really proven is not his ill will toward Miss Wright, but his pecuniary greed. That's right. I just wanted money, baby. Fat stacks of cheddar, that's all. After all, I'd never even crossed paths with Trucy before the magic show. So I'd have absolutely no reason to bear her any ill will, right? You didn't bear her any ill will, huh? Fat chance. This guy definitely has some major hate for Trucy. You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. No, I finished The Boys, Ibrahim. I have all wrapped up with that show. Frenchie's death made me cry, and I thought the finale was really, really good. I really liked how they wrapped up some of the characters, and I I kind of predicted the fact that, spoiler alert for anyone who's not seen the boys finale, that both Homelander and Butcher would die. I figured that I couldn't really see a logical ending for the show where one of them survived. Yeah, he was the god of memes. He might not have been the god of superhero infested New York, but he was the god of memes throughout his time on the show. So yeah, it feels weird that there'll be no more The Boys now for a bit. Me and Fred will definitely be keeping an eye out for when Fort Rising comes out, because we're very excited to see more Soldier Boy, because we both felt like Soldier Boy's ending was a bit open. He was second to Robert Downey Jr. when it comes to most memed, probably. Yeah. I really liked the way they killed off the Deep as well. I really loved that he died. He was killed by the animals that he once loved so much. Your Honor, I'd like to argue that Roger Reddins and Trucy Wright must have crossed paths before. There must be some hidden connection between them. Hidden connection? What is it now? Just what are you getting at, Mr. Justice? It is futile to even ask, Your Honor. Surely it is just another one of the defense's feckless claims. Objection! You don't seem to have a very high opinion of me. Yeah, you are very much right there. Deep just simply refused any character development. Bro stayed the same level a-hole from season 1. Though I think he might become even more of an a-hole somehow, because I was not a fan of season 5, The Deep. He basically got turned into Andrew Tate, who, if you don't know who Andrew Tate is, he's this really controversial YouTuber slash influencer that not very many people seem to like. Will I really? Very well then, do proceed. Did you figure something out, Apollo? Nope, not a thing. What? That was just some good old-fashioned bluffing, courtesy of Mr. Wright's fine training. I hope you know what you're doing. If you're going to make such a bold claim, Mr. Justice, I hope you're ready to elaborate. What is this hidden connection between the defendant and Roger Reddins? Yeah, I think Rettins being a magician too is probably the most logical solution. I definitely don't think they're going out. That sleight of hand trick Mr. Reddins did during the recess earlier. Filming is prohibited inside the courthouse. Do you want me to get the bailiff? Huh? Filming? What are you talking about? I used to listen to Andrew Tate back in 2023, but then the allegations of women came up and he became political. That's when I started to hate the guy. Yeah. I've never really been a fan of him to begin with, so. But yeah, when they turned Deep into basically the boys' version of Andrew Tate, I was like, nope. I'm not a fan of this guy anymore, especially when he killed the director dude, and also Black Noir too. I was like, nope, I definitely don't like you anymore, and I hope you don't survive the series. And I'm glad I was right. I wasn't expecting a final face-off between the Deep and Annie the Starlight, because I'm glad I got it, but I just thought maybe Homelander would have been the one to chuck him into the sea, or like maybe he would have just got lasered by Homelander. It's also interesting the direction they went in with Kimiko, like having her basically become Soldier Girl, where she can irradiate people and get rid of their powers like Soldier Boy could. It also came a little bit out of left field because we don't even know it's happening, and then the finale literally starts with, or not the finale, but the penultimate episode literally starts with Kimiko in the uranium cell being tested. Well, if he is, he may have had some contact with Miss Wright somewhere along the way. Your argument is hardly worth responding to, but by all means, please do continue. As a passage in the sacred scriptures of Quran states, he who gives a sermon to a monkey is himself a monkey. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you say to a dimwit, he isn't gonna get it anyway. But we saw Mr. Reddins perform a magic trick. He made his video camera disappear in the blink of an eye. While I think it would be pretty funny if I were a magician, you must have been seeing things. Want me to introduce you to a good eye doctor? If a connection is as tenuous as that is all it takes, then every magician in the country would potentially bear ill will toward the accused. I guess you're right. You're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, are you, short stuff? You would do well to cleanse that putrid mind of yours in the holy waters of Mount Poniponi. 3 days under a frigid waterfall, and even you should rise to the level of a monkey. Ha ha ha, a numbskull for a numbskull. Well, this numbskull has thick skin, so there. I think I get what they're driving at. Even if he is a magician, it's not exactly a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy, is it? Hold on, I can think of one person. One magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy. Or rather, one magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Troop Grammary. Oh? No way! Is something wrong, Mr. Justice? Your Honor, the defense wishes to submit evidence at this time. I see, and what sort of evidence do you have for us? Evidence that points to the real killer, the one who had a motive to commit this crime. What? And what have you come up with this time, defense? Trucy Wright is the sole heir to Troop Grammary in its name. This puts her square in the crosshairs of one particular magician. And this piece of evidence points to that one person with a grudge against Miss Wright. Okay, so... yeah, I think it's the 13-year-old poster that I need to present. And who exactly are you naming, Mr. Justice? 13 years ago, the great Mr. Reyes belonged to Troop Grammary, but then the troop ousted him, and Mr. Reyes vowed to get revenge on them someday. And what better way to accomplish that than through the ruination of their sole heir? But Mr. Reyes is the victim, Mr. Justice. You've named a dead man as your suspect. But is he really dead? What do you mean, is he really dead? Boys vs. the Seven was the weirdest rivalry, like Hull Show the boys only killed 3 members of the Seven, Translucent killed by Huey, Earthfather killed by Huey, and Homelander killed by Butcher. Earthfather! I'd say Earthfather was more killed by MM though, because MM was the one that was the one that put the mouth thing over her father's neck and kind of pulled back on it. Not over his neck, in his mouth, and pulled back on it. And yeah. Trying to think if there was any other members of the Seven that got killed by the boys, but I don't think so. Yeah. It's weird that I think yeah, the Seven only killed one member of the boys. Frenchie killed by Hermie. Yeah. Right. I think Homelander killed more members of the Seven than the boys did, honestly. Because Homelander killed A-Train, Homelander killed Firecracker, Homelander tried to kill Queen Maeve but failed, Homelander killed Supersonic. Who else did he kill? He didn't kill the Deep. He killed the original Black Noir as well. Hermie killed so many members of his own group. More than the boys ever did. What if the man who died on the stage yesterday wasn't Mr. Reyes? Internal rivalries are strong. Yeah, they are. What? You mean the victim was an imposter? Not Mr. Reyes? Then what about the real Mr. Reyes? It will mean the real Mr. Reyes is still alive. That's absurd. Mr. Justice, who is the real Mr. Reyes if not the victim of the case? I think I have a pretty good idea. It's all coming together now. I finally see the gimmick, the trick to this entire case. This should explain everything, Your Honor. The real killer, the one who hated True Grammary and wanted to sully its name. The magician lurking in the shadows who set up a fake Mr. Reyes in his stead. The real Mr. Reyes is... Rajah Rettins. But that's... Yes it is. Rajah Rettins is the real Mr. Reyes. What? Him?
Objection.
Oh, hollow red pepper. Your impotent seeds sprout naught but meaningless empty words. You can't possibly have proof to support such an outlandish theory. It's not a bad idea for a soap opera, but not even die-hard fans of the genre would stick around past the pilot. You want proof? Well, I've got proof. I can prove it by proving that the Mr. Reyes in yesterday's magic show was a fake. Yeah, Starlight indirectly, like, she caused the Deep's death. She didn't kill him, but she indirectly pushed him in. She indirectly did the deed because Deep was more killed by the octopus that crushed his bones more than anything. Yeah, Annie was the one that put the final nail in the coffin, which I think was a pretty smart writing choice, given everything the Deep put Annie through when she joined the Seven. And to do that, I just need you to look at this spot on the poster. So the real Mr. Reyes has a weird mark on his arm. This is the injury Mr. Reyes sustained while practicing a magic trick 13 years ago. However, the video the victim shot of himself shows no trace of the injury. Oh my, you're absolutely right. Now, Mr. Rettins, what do you suppose we'd find if we took a look at your right forearm? Is there by chance a nasty 13-year-old scar under that sleeve of yours? Well, Mr. Rettins, why don't you roll up your sleeve and let the court have a look? Or are you hiding something else up there? Ha 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 ha. Come on now, I have nothing up my sleeve. I don't need to hide anything up there because I require no tricks or gimmicks. For you see, my magic is the real deal. That's the mark! He's got it! Is this what you were hoping to see? Oh, there it is, the scar! Just as I thought. That's right, I am the forgotten magician abandoned to the dark understage of history. The great Mr. Reyes. This is totally absurd. Ho ho ho, how ironic, wouldn't you say, that this odious mark carved into me by Troop Gamery would bring me back into the limelight once more. Strange are the karmic threads before me. If the witness is the real Mr. Reyes, then who is the victim who perished in the magic show? He was but a fan. I met him on one of my programs several years ago. Homelander killed Supersonic, Black Noir 1, Firecracker, A-Train, and the Deep killed Black Noir 2. So 5 members of the 7 killed by the 7 themselves. Yeah, as you said earlier, the internal rivalries definitely run strong on that show. And Homelander killed Stillwell. Homelander probably killed more Vault members than anyone else. Members of Vault might be... Yeah, Huey killed the leader of the boys. I think Butcher was still considered the leader, even if MM kind of took over towards the end as the de facto leader. I really liked how Huey and Butcher's fight was done, because it reminded me of a book that I remember reading in primary school, I think it was, or secondary school, called Of Mice and Men. And it's a really good book because it centers around 2 best friends called George and Lenny, and one of the best friends, so Lenny, is a bit kind of loopy, a bit dumb, a bit childlike. He doesn't really understand what's going on around him, and he does some things in the book that are pretty bad, and in the end his best friend George ends up killing him by shooting him in the back of the head right at the very end of the book. So yeah, Butcher and Huey, it did give me George and Lenny vibes, which is also coincidental because Butcher's brother was also called Lenny, and Huey reminded Butcher of Lenny. So I do wonder whether that was intentional. That scene was so sad when Soldier Boy was leaving Homelander and Homelander chokes him. Homelander just wanted a father-son relation. Yeah, that's probably why he kept Soldier Boy. Like, why he put him back in his sleeping tank thingy. I don't know. I don't know whether I was the biggest fan of Soldier Boy's ending. I think I would have preferred Soldier Boy had just gone to Bogota or wherever he said he was gonna go. Lenny! Arthur calmly said. Yeah, I cannot wait to get to that mission in Red Dead 2 where Arthur's just calling out Lenny's name over and over and they just go out on this absolutely wild night out in Valentine. That's probably, I don't know whether it's my favourite mission in Red Dead 2, but it's definitely up there. In confidence, I told him my true identity and let him take on my mantle. And when did this man take over for you? About 2 years ago. I taught him my tricks and even acted as his producer. And so, a mere amateur became a popular magician overnight, courtesy of my magic on the stage we call television. Hope you enjoyed the show. You really had us all fooled. Mr. Rettins, or should I say Mr. Reyes, in your hatred of Truth Grammary, you killed the victim, Mr. Mystery, and then set up Miss Wright's take the fall, didn't you? You did it all just to tarnish the Grammary name. Ho ho ho, I have no idea what you're talking about, lad. I set up the prank, that much is true, but it was simply a harmless joke on Trucy, I assure you. Wait, you bought 2 goats? Like, for pets? Or, unless you mean goats, like, greatest of all time. Like, you bought 2 greatest of all time actors or superheroes or something. I guess it's not entirely. Oh, you bought goats for Eid. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Eid is on the 27th, so that's Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I hope Eid goes well for you, Ibrahim. I'm hoping the weather over here starts to cool down a bit because it's getting so hot over here in the UK that today I've tried to eat nothing but cold food because I cannot be bothered in this hot weather to turn on the microwave and make something warm, because the last thing I need is to eat food that's gonna boil me up even more on the inside. Yeah, I think that's natural. You're gonna feel a little sad when butchering them. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever do that myself. I don't think I'll ever do a Red Dead 2 where I just buy an animal and end up killing it for food. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against it, I'm just like, it's one of those things where I see why people do it, but I definitely wouldn't do it myself.
Objection!
Why is he hiding? Heh, just kidding. Well, what the heck was that? Heed my words, loyal lad, for I fear your grasp on reality is slipping. I do believe I told you that my magic is real. It employs neither tricks nor gimmicks. Enough with the ambiguity. Why don't you make your point already? My alibi is as pristine as ever. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Sadmati? Oh, you were meant to say buying them? Okay. Whereas I've never tried goat, I do really like goat's cheese, which is the cheese that I think is made from goat milk. Yeah, I really like goat's cheese. I think it goes well on like a pizza or in a salad. I'm not even aware of a place nearby where I could get goat just to try it. It might be more of an exotic animal. Hi Francisco, welcome in. Boneless-eyed or Muslims buy goat, camel and bulls, whatever's in the budget. Wow. Muslims actually eat camel? I wonder how that works with the humps. Unless with a camel you just kind of cut it up like any other animal. So maybe the humps are like a specific part that you eat. I bet eating a bull would be a big meal though, because bulls are not small by any means. Okay, new testimony, the first one by the now revealed actual Mr. Reyes. My perfect alibi. I was at the TV station at the time of the Penrose performance. I was busy working on another TV program. I could spare no time for the magic show. You ask my staff if you doubt my claim. And there it is, a simple and perfect alibi. No tricks, no gimmicks, just the truth. But it won't be the truth, because we'll find a contradiction. We don't eat the entire meat. 40% goes to charity, 30% goes to relatives who couldn't afford to buy an animal, and remaining is for us to keep in freezer and eat little by little. Kind of like leftovers, yeah. That's nice that most of the money goes to charity though. It does, I guess it does make it worthwhile to eat the meat if it's for a good cause. Okay, so we can't contradict that, but I will press it. But you did come to the theatre eventually, isn't that right? Indeed. Anxious to see how the show was progressing, I made my way to the theatre. Let's see, my journey took about 10 minutes by car. Could he actually have been at the theatre during those 10 minutes killing the victim? Ho ho ho, allow me a stab at reading your mind. Aha! Could I have been at the theatre during those 10 minutes killing the victim? How in the... But no, I took a taxi. The driver can attest to that. Feel free to call the taxi company if my word does not satisfy you. The driver is a big fan of the ratings Rajah. I even gave him my card. He gave the driver his card? That was very clever of him. You might as well give it up, lad. Questioning real magic is a fool's errand. Besides, you know very well what I was doing at the time of the incident. I was busy working on another TV program. I could spare no time for the magic show. Okay, so... crime photo, fingerprinting results, fire bucket, show script, 13-year-old poster, grammary notebook, contract. Maybe we could use the contract to contradict that. Because if he had no time for the magic show, then why would he put so much thought into the... And also there was the clipboard thingy. Yeah, the prank plan script might be a good one to do. Though at the same time, I might press just in case there's any extra hidden statements I need. One thing is for sure, the first day survived, the entire city smells like a slaughterhouse. Wherever you go, just can't escape the smell. Oh. Yeah, I don't mind the smell of meat, but I don't think I like it if it smelled like dead animals. Like recently butchered animals or whatever. It is also my second birthday according to Islamic calendar. Oh, that's... I'm jealous now that you get 2 birthdays. Yeah, Though, to be fair, I kind of used to get 2 birthdays, because back when I still lived at my parents' house, every one of my birthdays would usually be spent with both of them. So either I'd have 2 birthdays on the same day where I do something with my mom and then something with my dad, or like the 20th and 21st of February would be my 2 birthdays where I might spend my actual birthday, the 20th, with my mum and then the 21st with my dad. Oh, the Islamic calendar has 355 days, so not 65 like the normal calendar. I wonder why it takes 10 days off. Unless there's something it doesn't count. Okay, do ask my staff if you don't my claim, and there it is. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna, So I'm gonna try the contract. No, I'll try the prank plan script.
Objection!
No, never mind, too early for that. Okay, I'll try the contract again. Right, okay, so... Contract.
Objection!
No, okay. Yeah. Maybe I might even have the wrong statement. I don't know. I could also see what Athena says. So... So yeah, let's consult with Athena and see what she says. Press the heck out. Oh, okay. So clearly I need to press all the statements. So, right, let's press this statement. You ever hear the incident of Abraham? No. No, what did Abraham do? And now we're gonna press the final statement.
Hold it!
Ah, his alibi really is airtight. I believe we've heard enough. While I believe the witness does indeed harbor some ill will against the defendant, there is no reason to doubt that he was at the TV station at the time of the incident. Yes, the facts prove it was impossible for the witness to have been involved with this crime. Like he was a great prophet and one day God demanded from him to sacrifice his son, and he couldn't do it. Or unless he did do it. Apollo, Trucy will be thrown in prison and will be out of a job. But if you catch tasty fishies, will you sell me some at a good price? I told you I have absolutely zero intention of going off on a tuna boat. Think, Justice, you have to figure this out. It's no use. I can't find a single flaw, so what now? Ho ho ho, behold my never-ending magic show. Come for the awe-inspiring showmanship of the great Mr. Reyes, and stay for my grand illusion till the end of time. Ha 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 ha. Wait, is he saying that we're still trapped inside some sort of illusion of his? That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that isn't really there. In other words, you make us see illusions, right? We call it misdirection. While we keep you busy believing one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is. Could it be... You know what, Mr. Reddins? I guess we have all been spectators to the elaborate illusion you've prepared for us. An illusion that has suddenly turned our attention towards something you wanted us to see. What are you going on about, lad? Have you got something, Apollo? I just remembered something Trucy said about misdirection. What a magician says is there really isn't, and what they say isn't there actually is. If we've all been taken for a ride by Mr. Reddins' magic, then maybe he's made us see something that wasn't really there. It's time to rethink all my assumptions about this case. What have we been made to believe was there when it actually wasn't? What have we taken to be the absolute facts of the case? So by considering it the decision of God, he started to do it. He covered the face of the sun with a cloth, and as soon as he raised the blade, God stopped him and told him that it was just a test. That sounds like something Homelander would do with any one of the other 7 members. Just test them. Athena, there's something uncanny about this case. Okay, what is it? Reddins' alibi. It's too perfect. That's true. It's like it's impossible to break no matter how hard we try. But maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's exactly what he wants us to think. I'm not following. We're not making any headway here because we've been so focused on breaking his alibi. Oh, I think I get it. You're saying he's using misdirection on us, right? It's definitely a possibility. Ahem. Would the defense care to share with everyone what it's discussing over there? Your Honor, we believe that if we were to reconsider a certain assumption, we may finally arrive at the truth. In fact, I think we'll even finally see who's hiding behind the curtain, so to speak. And what is this certain assumption you're thinking of? This is the one key assumption we've been taking for granted this whole time. The crime scene? I think it's the crime scene, but I am gonna check. So, spirit. Okay. Right. Oh, the culprit was on scene. Okay. So maybe the culprit wasn't actually there, but was able to commit the crime remotely. Then Abraham looked to his right and saw a sheep, and he sacrificed a sheep for God, and so we Muslims celebrate this Eid. Oh, that's how Eid came about. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I never really got the backstory with Eid. I just know it's something Muslims celebrate. So I am learning new things today.
Objection.
How could one person stab another to death with a sword without physically being there? Furthermore, we all saw what appears to be the culprit's shadow in the footage.
Objection.
But couldn't we just as easily assume that the shadow does not belong to the culprit? Well, if it's not the culprit's, then whose is it? I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. We've all seen something that looks like the shadowy shape before, Your Honor, during the magic show itself. In that case, please point it out in the show footage for us. This is the thing that looks suspiciously similar to the shadowy figure of the culprit. Islam, Christianity, and Judaism are all Abrahamic faiths. They all believe in Abraham. Huh. Yeah, I knew Christianity believed in Abraham, but I didn't know about the other two believing in him. Okay, so we need to present.
Take that!
It's Mr. Hat though. Oh wait, no, it's not Mr. Hat, I don't think. I thought it was Mr. Hat. It's probably the dragon actually. So I'm gonna fast forward. Rewind. Oh wait! Yeah, you can see it. Hang on, let me... Gosh. Okay, there we go.
Take that!
Yeah, I got it. Doesn't this shadow resemble a suspicious shadowy figure? Now that you mention it, it does, doesn't it? So, I was born on I, that's how I got named Ibrahim. Ah, so Ibrahim is a version of Abraham. That makes sense. That's really cool that you... I do like people that kind of have a backstory for their name or how they were born. There ain't really anything special about my name or how I was born. I don't think I'm named after anyone or anything. I think my mum or my dad or both of them just thought, hey, George is a nice name, let's give our daughter that name. I do like my name though, I definitely wouldn't change it. The only reason I'm gonna change my name is when me and Fred eventually get married, if I decide to take his last name or hyphenate, like take both the last names. Procrastinated since birth. Took 5 hours for delivery. Doctor must have been like, you can come out now, mate. And I would have been like, nah, I ain't feeling it right now. Yeah, I think there was some complications with my delivery because I remember my parents, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks after I was delivered. And I wasn't an early baby by any means. I was born 2 weeks past my due date. So yeah, my mum was probably thinking similar thoughts like, Georgia, can you come out of my belly now? So, but I think there was complications with my birth. Obviously, I was born blind, half blind for one thing. I had this weird thing where I was born with my thumbs curled in like that. I don't think that's normal. And I still have a bony growth on my head, but when I was born, that growth was kind of bleeding and open, and it was obviously weird at the time. I'm used to it by now, but yeah, clearly there was some problems with my birth, and yeah, they got fixed. I wasn't just a late baby though. I think I was late at everything. Like I didn't walk until I was 5. I don't think I talked until I was 5 either. My development was very delayed for some reason. Maybe it might have been because of my balance issues. Because when I was a kid, I'd fall over all the time. And I've been annoying my aunt since birth. Like, my mum went to hospital, my aunt was left alone to cut all the meat and separate the bones. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's the one thing I haven't asked my mum actually, like who was there for the labour. Like, I imagine my dad was there with my mum, at least I hope he was. Oh, the second shadow is Mr. Hat. Hat? Wait, oh no. Yeah, we're gonna have to use the show footage again, I think. Let me check. Show footage. Oh, present the crime photo. Okay. So, crime photo or prank plan script.
Take that!
There we go. I was watching a funny YouTube video and someone in the comments said, yeah, that mum and son look like they're related. Well, if he thinks that if the person that wrote that comment referred to the people in the video as mother and son, then clearly they thought, yeah, they are related. Now, when I was 5, I used to think that 2 married people go to a hospital and pick up a baby. Oh, so you didn't. So when you were a kid, you didn't understand that the baby would come out of the mother? Oh, that's interesting. I do see like videos of parents all the time where they'll have like, where they'll already have a kid and then they'll like rub the belly, they'll be pregnant with another kid and they'll be like, oh look, whatever the kid's name is, it's your little brother or sister. Where do you think they come from? I'm sure parents do ask their kids sometimes how they think their brother or sister gets born. I'd be like, that man really picked up the baby that matches his skin colour and hair colour and stuff. Yeah, so you think that somehow parents would just find the perfect match for their kid? Or a kid that's the younger spitting image of them? Yeah. Okay, so why did the culprit make the victim fly up into the air like that? I think he murdered him up there. So I am gonna check. Yep, to murder him, of course. Even the guide's like, obviously it's to murder him. And the concept of adopted child was a kid they picked up baby after the baby turned 3 or older, like when they're not infant anymore. Well, it's funny you say that because I don't think I'm ever gonna have any kids naturally. I think I do want to adopt more than have to suffer through childbirth. So me and Fred, when we eventually want to properly settle down and have kids, when we adopt, we do actually want to go more for toddler or very early infant. We kind of want to skip the newborn stage where the baby might be crying a lot and will disrupt our sleep and stuff. So nah, but it's like worth it. Like, don't you want a little G-dog that looks just like you? I mean, sure, I don't know how my opinion on labour is gonna change as I get a little bit older, but right now, just the thought of going through labour is really scary to me, so I'd rather avoid it entirely if I can. And plus I've been told in the past anyway, due to like disabilities I have and stuff, that there is a very good chance if I were to naturally conceive a child that it would either have the same exact or similar difficulties that I have, or it wouldn't even survive the birth. So I think it works better for me if I do adopt, even if I am sacrificing having a kid that is biologically, by blood, mine. And to add on to that, I do think that it is very possible to form a blood son or daughter-like relationship with an adopted kid, because and I wouldn't be surprised if like adopted parents and their kids are the most likely to become not just mother and daughter or mother and son, but best friend. So this is a really cool 3D reconstruction of how the murder happened. So we've just found out, thanks to some great deducting by Apollo, that it is very highly probable that the victim was probably killed when he was sent back up into the higher backstage area. So basically, the fake Mr. Reyes, it looks like he got virtually stabbed and almost impaled on the blade in that it was most likely stored in the cushion. Oh, hi Betty. I can't believe it. I had no idea. I was told that Trucy would freak out if I made the set piece fall. That's the only reason I did it. You were used, Betty. Roger Reddins used you. I thought he was my little puppet to boss around, but it was the other way around. After the incident occurred, Mr. Reddins arrived at the theater. He got the murder weapon and swapped the rubber sword with the bloodied steel one. That's also when he lowered the victim's body down to the stage. But how did he have time to do all that? When the set piece fell, the audience was evacuated from the building. He was able to do all those things after the fact because there was no one around to see. A horrific murder camouflaged by a spectacular magic show? That sounds like the kind of murder only a magician could pull off. As long as the show proceeded as it was scripted, Mr. Mystery was doomed to die. That's why it was you, Mr. Reddins, who killed the victim all the way from the TV station. This prank plan, or should I say murder plan, proves your murderous intent. Nah. Marie. Enough. You dim-witted, ignorant, imbecilic, putrid red pepper. He can't possibly have a counter-argument to make. Talk about not knowing when to let it go and move on. Do you have a rebuttal or something, Prosecutor Sadmati? No blade of any kind was found in the catwalk, which means you have no evidence to support your theory. But Mr. Reddins retrieved it after the fact. Which still leaves you with no way to prove your wildly fantastic remote murder theory. But without proof, does it not make more sense to believe that the murder was committed there on the stage? That's where the bloodstained sword was found after all. That is a very good point. Was the only person who could have committed the crime there on that stage? Trucy Wright remains the prime suspect. Nah! It would appear that what you call truth is little more than a cheap parlor trick. In the end, it's still your choice if you want to have kids or not, but I can tell you some ups because you only have downs in your mind. I mean, sure. I know. One of the ups of labour is I know labour is very accommodating, like the nurses or the midwives will be very accommodating to what you want, so whether you want like whether you are okay to have a C-section if things don't go well, or whether you want some gas to kind of numb the pain a little bit. And there's also doula or whatever it is, the kind of birthing coach that kind of helps calm you down. Either way, I will be having children. It's just right now with my opinions and where I'm at in my life, I am leaning more towards adoption. I mean, Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11 from Stranger Things, she adopted a baby girl. She didn't have it naturally, so it is perfectly normal. Maybe 11's actress Millie Bobby Brown thought the same as me and just is not a fan of childbirth. My grandfather and grandmother both had heart problems, like a much stronger risk for heart attacks and such things, but they still took a leap of faith with having kids, yeah. Apart from the disabilities which I have, which I'm told that I could very well pass on to my children, like my future children, I don't have anything else wrong with me. I don't think my blindness blindness isn't contagious, I don't think. Yeah, life somehow finds a way. I think it'll just depend on how things, again, line up in the future. Like, if I know that I am meant to... If I find myself in the prenatal ward or whatever, getting ready to have a kid naturally one day, I'll know that's what fate told me I was meant to do. I do very much believe that everything happens for a reason, so if I do end up having a kid naturally, then I'll know it was meant to be that way, whereas if I end up adopting a kid, then again, I know that's how I was meant to be. I'll believe that's how I was meant to be a mother as well. Yeah, I figured. Yeah. Good, 'cause I am used to being half blind myself, but I wouldn't wish it on anyone else. That's for sure. Like, even though I am content with being visually impaired, I am of course jealous of those people that do have the little bit of extra line to their sight that they have from both of their eyes working. Okay, let's have the revisualization where we connect all of the dots. So let's see. One thing happened that definitely wasn't in the plan. What part of the magic show wasn't? Bonnie's mistake. What mistake did Bonnie make during the, it was the stage lift preparation, her life choices. Some of those options were a bit mean. One thing I am worried that I'm remaining optimistic that I won't get it in the future, but my grandma and my mum have both had stomach issues, so my mum actually suffers from diverticulitis. So that's one hereditary thing, like one hereditary problem that I hope I kind of get away from. Because being a wrestling fan, I've heard of so many wrestlers that have nearly died from having diverticulitis, so I'm like, no, I want my tummy to be nice and healthy, thank you. Getting pregnant and having a kid can surely have a huge effect, and in sometimes ways that make you feel a bit sad. Your body won't be the same anymore. Yeah, like if you have a C-section, for example, the biggest change from that is you'll have a scar across your whole womb region, like abdomen area, and you might get stretch marks because obviously your body will get bigger because the belly will get bigger because that's where the baby will be growing inside. What else can change? Obviously the lady parts will change in ways, like, because I think one thing is if I do flip if I do switch my opinion and do have a natural baby, I think I would breastfeed it, because I do really like the thought of, I always like to see that. I feel like it does bring a baby and her mother closer if instead of using store-bought baby formula they use proper breast milk. Wait, what? Did I get it wrong? Or did I not? Oh, was it? Oh no, it was Mr. Hat. Okay. Yeah, there we go. The wrestlers be dying not because of genetics, but because they got more steroids flowing in those veins than blood. Yeah, one thing I just finished watching on Netflix is Hulk Hogan's documentary, because Hulk Hogan obviously passed away last year, and it actually went into a bit of detail because Hulk Hogan actually was a bit of a naughty boy, and he took steroids even when steroids were illegal, and I don't know, I think he took them for quite a few years, but I don't know whether he actually like weaned himself off them or not. So he could have been taking steroids up until he died, but which I'm hoping wasn't the case, but it would also explain how he died from heart issues. Because steroids can really fuck with F with a person's heart and respiratory system, I would imagine. Okay, the edited show footage. No? Okay. Would it be the fingerprints on the coffin? Or the blood in the coffin hole? No, fingerprints on the coffin, right? No? Oh my god. No, it's the other one. Okay. So, blood in the coffin hole is the right answer. I'm glad I'm not getting penalised for this. You gotta learn about the incident of Prophet Bilal. His mother was worried before having a baby because he was black in race, and 1500 years ago Arabs were a little racist towards blacks. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. Obviously we do still have racial issues in the world now and again. Like, obviously there was the Black Lives Matter movement a few years ago, but I am glad that we do live in a world now where people can have kids of various different ethnicities and not be judged about it compared to 1500 years ago. The culprit must have swapped the coffin sides. Yeah. The culprit swapped the coffin sides. That is the conclusion we've come to.
Objection!
Well, that reaction pretty much confirms it, that we are... Okay, so Roger Rettins tampered with the crime scene after the murder took place. Wait, after the murder took place? Is it the prank plan script? I'm just gonna check. So my initial hunch was right. I should have. Yeah, it's the fingerprint results.
Take that!
Prophet Bilal became such a great prophet. One day the Arabs didn't let him do the morning prayer, and that day God refused to let the sun rise, and when they let him do the prayer, that's when the sun came up. So yeah, that's interesting. So it was basically like God was rightfully happy again after the prayer was completed. Yeah. And it was also a sign from God that he had heard the prayer. Or the prayer. There we go. Who knows if Fred's genes take a stronger hold and the child won't get the physical challenges that you have. Maybe. That's what I'd hope. My dream kind of child to have with Fred would be, I'd want it to have more my personality, just because I am an optimist, and it would be nice to have a kid that's all sunshine and rainbows, because Fred's openly admitted before that he can be a bit of an edgelord, a bit cranky at times. So I definitely want more of a happy-go-lucky kid. But in terms of like physical strength and stuff, sure, I'd much rather it be like Fred than me. Though even if I do have difficulties, I don't think of myself as weak or anything. I'm strong, but I'm strong in my own way. I want to have a daughter and I want her to have the same temper as I do and the same habits. Like, I wouldn't even be happy if the kiddo steals money from my wallet to buy video games. Yeah, I probably have to think a little bit more about what habits I'd want my kid to have. Well, I definitely would stop my kid from doing what I did, which is using makeup as a means to graffiti around the house. Like, I've talked on stream before about how when I was a kid I thought it was a good idea to draw graffiti all over my bedroom with lipstick. And so my dad would come home, because this was after my parents split up, but my dad would come home and he would be mortified because the bedroom would just have like pink smears all over it, because I'd have a draw with lipstick. Yeah, I think I read it as mad anyway, because I figured you tripped up a little bit there. It's natural, it's normal. Fast typing is a B word, I know. The amount of times I misspell something if I type fast. Also, if you are watching on mobile, it can be very easy to fall victim to autocorrect. I definitely won't be late to bed tonight. Jeez, clearly starting to think I'm getting a little sleep deprived, because I have been waking up earlier due to the hot weather that the UK is having at the minute. So I'm a little paranoid I've not been getting enough sleep. Though it's also annoying because it's a natural reaction for the body to just kind of wake you up if it feels like it's getting uncomfortably warm. Hi the Watcher, yeah, I am playing the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy. I'm currently on Spirit of Justice right now. I take it you're a fan of Ace Attorney? That's so cool, yeah. I love the Ace Attorney series. I've played through I've already played through the Phoenix Wright trilogy on stream, so I'm now doing the Apollo Justice trilogy, and then after I've finished the Apollo Justice trilogy, I'll do the Miles Edgeworth collection, and then after that I'm gonna do the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles collection. Oh, I highly recommend it, The Watcher. They are really, really good. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate the enthusiasm as well. Ibrahim, my father was addicted to cigarettes. He used to buy the premium ones from Dubai the day I was born. He said to my mum, "Today you've made me father of a child. I promise I won't ever smoke." Oh, that's nice. Took out the premium cigarette packet and crushed it under his boot. Then on the same evening, he'd be smoking another pack of premium cigarettes. Oh no. Yeah, it took ages for my mum to quit smoking. Whereas with my dad, it was very different. My dad only ever had like one puff of a cigarette, and he decided he didn't want anything to do with smoking. He hated it. Hydration, very important, especially in the hot weather that I am having in my area at the minute. That's right, wiping the blood away would have only served as proof of his meddling. How about it, Mr. Reddins? I did a pretty good job figuring out your trick, didn't I?
Objection!
Yeah, I will, The Watcher. I am hydrating. I might eat something else after the stream, just cause it's been, yeah, I am feeling a teeny bit peckish. I have been eating today, like I've had a couple of meals today, but I definitely could do with a little bit more, just to sustain myself. Beads man, yeah. I use her with this, I think it's a rosary, like a religious necklace.
Objection!
Ibrahim, you've improved over your father. Your only addiction is gaming, which you don't think is as harmful as smoking. Oh, absolutely not. I don't think a gaming addiction can kill you. Not like cigarettes. Oh, thank you so much, The Watcher. Thank you for subscribing. It's totally fine if you have stuff to do. I'll actually be wrapping up in like half an hour anyway, but I will be back tomorrow. I stream Monday to Friday and then every Sunday, so I stream 6 out of 7 days a week. You be telling Georgia to hydrate and eat something as if Georgia been surviving on air so far. I mean, I'm surviving cold air right now. I have a fan on because it is so warm where I am. I'm from the UK, so yeah. Oh. But as I was saying, I stream 6 out of 7 days a week. so I will be back online again tomorrow. My streams start at 7 PM BST, so UK time, and usually I stream for 3 hours. That's kind of like my sweet spot, my average that I've hit. Just a friendly reminder, I appreciate it, the watcher. I definitely do need to keep hydrated. I'm gonna have another sip now actually, because I can feel my voice starting to crack a little bit. And tomorrow I'll be playing Yakuza 5 Remastered. I play a different game every day. I have a 5-game rotation, so Mondays are Ace Attorney, Tuesday is Yakuza, Wednesday is Persona, so right now I'm playing Persona 5 Royal on Wednesdays. Thursday is Red Dead Redemption 2. Friday, so this Friday I'll be starting the latest Life is Strange game, Life is Strange Reunion, and every Sunday my fiance hops on stream with me and we usually play a retro game. Right now we're working through the Resident Evil series, so I'll be playing RE8 Village on Sunday. And absolutely, Ibrahim, everyone should be hydrating, keeping, especially if like me you also live in the UK, because right now it is I've not checked the temperature in a few hours, but the last time I checked the temperature it was 30 degrees Celsius, which is quite warm for the UK. So definitely watch your temp and keep hydrated, and also make sure you're having enough food to keep your nutrients up, because I think it's a good idea to have quite a bit of salt in your system, because in warm temperatures like this you're gonna sweat a lot. That's what I was gonna say.
Objection!
It's easy to breathe oxygen, Ibrahim. And yeah, I'm okay. I'm just kind of like fanning myself just to make sure the air from my fan, which is over here, was actually getting to me. Oh, thank you, the watcher. I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely come by tomorrow if you can. And yeah, hopefully we can chat a bit more tomorrow. But thanks for popping in. Albert and Einstein? What do you mean, Ibrahim? Bye, watcher, and thank you. I assume that's you sending me heart reactions as well. I really appreciate it. Albert and Einstein is like a meme term, like two dumb idiots with a smart name. Yeah, true. One thing I might have to do after I've finished streaming is take some headache tablets as well, just because I'm feeling a little bit of a headache, come on. This might be the most unique kind of leading up to a confession thing ever. It's really cool that he has, like, I don't know, well, there are faces of the Grammys. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. Well, yeah, there's 60 seconds in a minute. Together we can stop this. I take it that's a meme. Sigma community is saddened by the passing of Homelander. Yeah. It was a shame about Ashley that she couldn't keep her presidency, though I should have seen that like her past misdeeds would kind of catch up with her a little bit. I was all for Ashley Barrett having a longer tenure as the first female president of the United States in The Boys. Especially because it's a bit of a glow up going from the vice president or whatever of Vought to or talent relations at Vought to literally running a whole country. Ashley for real turned into the villain of Harry Potter 1. Oh gosh. Who was the villain of Harry Potter 1? I don't think I'm familiar with... I mean, there's Snape, there's Voldemort, there's Draco's kind of the villain, or a villainous presence, though I don't think he ever becomes an actual villain. Oh, the one that had a head behind his head? Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar with that Harry Potter character. I found it funny that the name they gave Ashley's mind reading other personality was Bashley. Like Back and Ashley, but combined. It makes so much sense. I am wondering if a TV show, if a potential TV show I should watch now that I've finished The Boys is Supernatural. Cause hey, if I like The Boys and that was done by Eric Kripke, then maybe I'll like his other famous show as well. I mean, clearly my mum liked it. I just never watched it with her because at the time that my mum was watching Supernatural, I was kind of too young to be able to consume that stuff. And it would be really nice to see more of Jensen Ackles and Jeffrey Dean Morgan's work. And I think there was a couple of other Walking Dead actors in Supernatural as well. Like I know Lauren Cohan, who plays Maggie, was in Supernatural. And also there's Jared Padalecki and Misha Collins, who were both in the final season of The Boys. They were in Supernatural. Oh, interesting. Watch the X-Files before Supernatural. There's a lot of references in Supernatural of the X-Files, many jokes. Interesting. Did Eric Kripke work on the X-Files, or was he just a fan of the X-Files? Which is why he referenced it in Supernatural. Ah, okay, so the X-Files is a lot older. Okay. I didn't realise it was that old though. Like, I thought, I would have said more like late 90s, early noughties, not really early 90s. The TV show ruled the 90s. Interesting. But yay, we did it! I solved the case. And yeah, I was hoping to actually start the third case of the game today, but I think given that I have a headache and I need to refill my water bottle and I'm just feeling tired in general, I think I am gonna save before we get onto the third case, and then when the next time I play Ace Attorney, the third case will just start from the very beginning. X-Files is about alien UFO hunting and government conspiracies, also dives into sci-fi horror. Interesting. Yeah, I might like it, especially if it seems very crime, like alien investigation-y, very, very dramatic. Because of the book.
Take that!
There we go. Oh, I'll be so glad to get some paracetamol in me. Oh, this headache. Ah. Emma. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that Apollo and Nayuta know each other somehow. Yay, Mr. Wright's calling. Yay, go on, Phoenix. Apollo's totally gonna get dragged into the magic show.
Objection!
Poor Apollo. And there we go, that is the end of that very magical case, and that is also going to be the end of this stream for today. So I'm going to save, and then I'm going to close the game and start my outro. So return to games menu, there we go. So we will continue with this turning next Monday, and I will be looking forward to starting the third case in that stream. Okay, so I am gonna try and make this outro pretty quick because I really do want to run off and get some paracetamol for this growing headache. Okay, so if you enjoyed the stream, then do like the video if you're watching on demand on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch to have my channel appear in your followed channels whenever I go live. Turn your notifications on so you know when I go live, so you can be there from the very start of my stream. Also, in case you missed it earlier, I will be streaming tomorrow and I'll be back with the Yakuza 5 Remastered, but do remember to also comment in the chat on YouTube or in the comment section if you're watching on demand what your favourite part about Spirit of Justice has been so far, and also, as always, suggest any games to me that you might want me to play. Also suggest any TV shows that I haven't already mentioned on stream that you really think I'd like. And yeah, also if you want to connect with me outside of stream, my social links are in the bottom right corner. Okay, so I am gonna end the stream on YouTube so I can raid and run into someone on Twitch. But until tomorrow, I do hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching.